Hello, everyone. I'm Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic, and welcome to this evening's Wacky Woo Show. With me, of course, is the one and only JSnip4. You can find him on patreon.com/JSnip4. Joe, welcome back to the show. How are you, man?
Not too shabby. It's
Not
been a
too
minute
shabby.
since we've had a live stream going on around here, so I
Good to
think
have
it's
you back.
overdue.
You're looking good. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, please, folks, join me in welcoming the amazing Richard. You can find him at woowoodude.com. Richard, welcome back to the show. How are you, man?
Good to be back here. Let's have some fun.
We're going to have a lot of fun. And guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We might be dropping the YouTube feed in just a moment here. We're going to get into some touchy subject matters this evening. So if you're already watching on YouTube, please come and join us on X or on Rumble. We are triple casting right now. So thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. Let us know in the live chat where you guys are watching from. I'll bring that up on the channel. Guys, I want to start here. We find ourselves on October 5th, of course. It's the first week. And we're supposed to have these crazy emotional tension values coming up here as per this old chart from Cliff High. So far, you could have set your watch based on all of these this year. But on the first week of October, sitting on October 5th right now, I don't feel that we have anything at the 105 yet. It feels frantic, to say the least. Yes, absolutely. But are you guys expecting something just around the corner? Are you like a racehorse in the track just ready to go, waiting for that starter pistol? Let me start with you, Richard. Do you think we have something crazy here just around the corner? What do you say?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely to this. There's so much going on everywhere, as we can see, not just here in the United States, but the world itself, that everything's a triggering event that's happening here. Mm-hmm. And I've had a few visions or whatever you want to call it. Who gives a shit? But I had mentioned some of them last time Joe and I were on. I think was that about a month ago.
Yeah.
And I was on a webinar with Julianne, and I think that goes back 2 months. So something that was brought to me was let's take this. Let's take November. All right. You know how I am, talking of weird things you can't even see. So whatever. Okay. And they gave me some very strong words that we're going to give you a lot more to chew on than turkey for Thanksgiving.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I instantly, I knew, I says, oh, shit. Basically, something's happening here by Thanksgiving that will be very hard for us to swallow. Okay. There's a great deal of things that are going on.
And remind me, what is the Thanksgiving date in the United States? I think yours is different than Canada here. Do you guys know what your date is?
That's pretty bad.
How come you guys don't know this shit? Come on.
Hey, just so happens I got a freaking calendar right here. I think it's the 23rd, isn't it?
November 27. It's
20.
for you guys.
Jesus.
Okay.
Well, I guess it shows you how much I eat turkey, huh?
I never eat turkey.
Is that pretty sad? I don't know. What about you, Snippy? I don't know.
I think ours is next week. Is it next week? Canada? Let me see. Second Monday of October, ours. Yeah, so we're going ahead almost a month before you guys. So we're going to have trouble swallowing something other than turkey here for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and it's all about, it's going to be hard for us to swallow. Now, another very, very strong, and I will call this a vision because I was wide awake and I saw it. This takes place in the wintertime because it was snowing. All right. And, when I focus on future events or future things, I never know where I'm going to go. But when I get there, I do look around. I really do. I'm not like stuck looking at one screen or one object. I look around. And I saw this old man, who am I to speak, right? Walking on the side of the road. And it was snowing. And so I walked over to him and he turned to me. And when I looked at his face was so weathered in the respect that we've all met people that have gone through a lot in their life, like and maybe in a short time you go, wow, he's really aged quickly. That's the feeling I got out of it. But what really got me was he looked at me and he said it just like this. He took a deep breath. He went, Merry Christmas. I didn't feel good about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now understand that came after that date. So now I'm putting this all in perspective that something very big is happening that brings us into the Thanksgiving time. So it's before Thanksgiving. All right. And then this one would be the holiday seasons. Doesn't mean it's Christmas, because if you and I were out on the streets and you bumped into somebody and it was after Thanksgiving, you just say, hey, Merry Christmas, JC, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm bringing this into the holiday season. Now, the other thing that's very, very strong, I was on Snippy's show a month ago, and I said, what you're about to see is the NATO mistake. And I said, and you're going to see a melee happen, like a barroom fight. Do you remember that, Snippy? We talked about that.
Yeah.
And if you've been in a barroom fight, people just start throwing haymakers at whoever you're next to. You punch them in the face, right?
Mm-hmm.
That this is going to begin to happen, and it has to do with all the factions that we're watching from the Middle East to Ukraine to Europe. All right. And it's already setting up now as what's happening. I just heard the other day that Ukraine has just threatened Hungary that we're going to attack you if you don't give us money. It's like, what the F, right? Mm-hmm. And then now there's 3 other countries that are involved. People are coming after. We're about to see the melee. All right. But the biggest thing, and I think I announced it on your show, JC, when I got out of the hospital, I said, oh my God, Putin's going to go after NATO.
Yep.
That was in the year of the 22. All right. There was no war at that time. That was in January on that show. When I came out of the hospital, I had all these freaking visions. It was crazy.
Right.
Right. They're all taking place now. Now, something that I noticed is that it has sped up. It's really speeding up quickly. So I know we're in that time. And everything happens for a reason. You know, we could throw lobs at Charlie. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can we even say?
Yeah, Charlie Pants is good for now. People know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That it's the timing of everything. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, I did look at that. I looked at it. All right. And I wanted to see. And the person that was on the roof, no, it was down. If I'm Charlie and I'm looking out this way, came from back there. Okay. And I believe that the person was on the ground. All right. That's as far as I want to go with this. All I know is you will never, ever get the answer to this, because you're dealing with agencies that you're not going to get the answer to.
Right.
All right. But the timing of it, again, look here. It's no
just hold on a second. Originally, when you said Charlie, I thought you meant Charlie Pants, the guy across the pond, but you mean the Charlie here. People know who that guy is too. Okay, I understand what you're getting at. Just to make sure, I thought maybe I confused my audience members. We're all on track.
Charlie Kellogg's.
Yeah, Kellogg's. Yeah.
Okay, so what I kept getting is there were 5 people involved. Again, what the hell do I know? But ground level, and it was all set. But he did not do it. Okay. Mm-hmm. He's just part of the fog, I guess you would say. Mm-hmm. And again, timing. Please look here while we're doing all this.
The Epstein, remember the Epstein list was voted down. No, we don't want to release that. The day that he got shot or whatever.
Yeah. And Cash Patel's like, oh, I'll see you at Valhalla, brother. that being a code word for a witness protection program, safe houses. You know, there's so much to that story. And of course, there's the famous finger from his wife in one of the speeches here with all the rings. And of course, Catherine Austin Fitz was in an interview, and she says they're mocking us like they've never mocked us before. This whole story is so frustrating. A to Z.
Yeah. It's not worth diving deeper into it. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
The whole thing is sad, and anybody thinks that it was righteous. That's great that happened. Well, then you know who that person is. It's not right in any mind to do anything like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you for that quick intro. There's a couple of things in there. I don't want you to go too far. I want to come back on two things you said, and then I want to have Joe also chime in on what he feels might be just around the corner. But before I get Joe back on, let me just redirect you on two things. So the hard to swallow part here, did you have an indication as to, is it political? Is it financial? Is it fucking aliens? Is it this melee thing, like, or is it all of the above here, the hard to swallow? Or is it something specific, like a feeling that we're giving you that you're going in a specific direction here? What would you say?
No, it's you see these fingers?
Yeah.
They're all coming together at the same time.
Okay.
All right. Nothing here is a coincidence. Even the shutdown, we go, oh, this wasn't. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Exactly when we would have had all the shots and the video of what going by Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can't look at it now. Ain't that a freaking coincidence also?
Okay. Well, that, and if you want to hit a couple birds with one stone, gives the opportunity for government to restructure without the approval of Congress. They wanted that too. Trump has alluded to that here too. So a lot in there. Okay, Richard, thank you for that. Let's go back here to Joe. Joe, you're feeling too here. So right now, like, again, if I'm looking at those emotional tension values for November or for October, the first week, it doesn't feel like the 102. It felt actually in September with the Charlie situation, that was a lot higher. A lot of ink was spilled on that, a lot of emotional tension. But those numbers were pretty weak compared to what is projected here for October. If you were to give your best guess here, what's about to go down in October, and why are these numbers so high, in your view, Joe?
October. I mean, if this, again, this shutdown is designed to keep going and shut a bunch of systems down, that would be pretty big. But again, it might have just been the normal nonsense temporary shutdown. We came to agreement. We're going to spend trillions of dollars more money and blah, blah, blah.
This one does not feel normal.
It doesn't.
I agree with you. Every other time is like, business as usual. There was a little bit of furlough, and then they came back. Everything was fine. This one feels measurably different. I don't know why I'm saying that. It just does.
I know, like, Tori's been posting lately about the calm before the storm, and then then someone had posted her saying that, but then it was either DHS or the Navy on Twitter or X saying something about the calm before the storm and this pretty picture in the background. And I'm like, okay, that's a government account saying those words she was just talking about.
Yeah.
We know that saying, the calm before the storm, where that's from. So, this is happening like today and yesterday. So we're still in the first week, I guess, of October. What that entails, I don't know, but it sure sounds like maybe we're on the precipice of something.
Yeah.
And my best guess, of course, would be something to do with the financial system with the shutdown. But, just when you think you know something, just whatever the plan is comes out and you're like, oh, that's what it was, It's hard to say.
Yeah. Especially now, everything's so crazy. Anything can happen at this point. Like, you're surprised by anything. Let me just backfill some of what you just said about the financial system. So we just recorded the WooFi. This is the monthly forecast for October a couple of days ago. We had this. So global debt now at $338 trillion. That's on the admitted stuff. It's not even the over-the-counter derivative. It's crazy numbers, right? Gold revaluation imminent right now. U.S. Treasury hoard tops $1 trillion for the first time. A lot of countries are dumping treasuries now to buy gold. We're seeing that. We're seeing big movements in gold and silver. Trump posted this, another meme. He's been posting crazy fucking shit about med beds and a whole bunch of stuff this month, seemingly trying to tell us something. But now here you're fired to Powell. Do you think that and I said here, okay, $4,000 gold, $50 silver. We're almost there tonight here at the opening. We could look at that a little bit later for gold and silver. But do you think something financial is also happening, Joe? And if we were to bet, Are you still on that track where there's maybe a big retracement of Bitcoin? Are we past that timeline now and we're in brand new territory? What do you see for October, Joe?
I don't think so. I think we still have some kind of big rally coming, but I also think it's going to be short lived. And so it's like when that happens, you better capture your profits, lick some ice cream, and wait, because I think that's when maybe the fakes, nonsense comes out that's going to get us off that old financial system under the new one.
Right.
And they have to make it, act like the world's falling apart so that people don't cry and complain when we go to this new system. They'll be begging you for it. So I think that guy Brandon from Last Days Ministry, he was talking about something similar where, he's like, the Lord, and he's got a great track record, that guy. The Lord showed me about, we're going to have this blessing, finances, crypto, all this stuff. You're going to be really happy, but you better be ready after that, because it's not all rainbows and happiness. So you're kind of the same thing. You might want to capture some profit and lick some ice cream on that one.
Yeah.
If it goes that way. But I mean, I still had a dream. It hasn't happened yet. Bitcoin crashed heavy duty.
Yeah.
Make people really sick to their stomachs right now at $120,000 Bitcoin where I saw. But, and the same with the thing with the old dream about $6 silver and under $1,000 gold. And again, I don't know if that's new financial system prices, or if everyone's running out of treasuries and
based on a new dollar, we
want them back in treasuries. So what do we do? Let's crash those metals real quick to scare everybody out of that. You stay away from that and go back into our treasuries. That's a possible scenario. I don't know. I wish sometimes I could get signs of the times, or like, when I think this might be. Most of the time I don't get. Almost all the time, I don't get the time, so I just have to speculate on certain things. And Woo Dude always tells me, pay attention around you. Was it snowing? Was it summer? Was it? A lot of times I'm like, I don't know. I was looking at a screen, so I don't know what the temperature.
I saw the girl in the red dress. That's all I saw.
Yeah, so I just
like the Matrix movie.
Jot it down. Okay, I mean, this will happen at some point. I wish I had a little more information, but I mentioned we were investing in this ETF on my Patreon. Some of us, and it also tracks Bitcoin and some other things, and treasuries even. But I had a dream that thing went up significantly in value. And I was like, whoa, okay. If that went up that price, then the dividend payouts monthly are probably going to be substantial. So I was like, I guess I'm going to hang on to this one. So I just left that alone. But again, if that's going to rock it, like, we came to an agreement with the debt ceiling and blah, blah, blah. And let's, the markets rally, everything rallies, maybe we'll have this one last push. Until sometime next year, March, April. Again, I remember having that stupid dream about that the markets were going to crash in April, and that's like over 2 years ago now.
Yeah,
and it's
we gotta let that one go by.
The big one. I'm like, no, it has to happen.
When you think about it, the
odds are
the $600 silver hasn't happened yet. Although the 100K Bitcoin party, those happen. So we're in that time frame, but timing's a bitch in all of this stuff.
It's not easy.
For non-local or remote information gathering, it's hard to get the time out of it. Let me share something with you too. I'll get to the next segment. So Janine and I did a show 2-3 nights ago, and we talked about it off air too. We were both feeling, I guess, lack of better terms, antsy, and we were having body kind of reactions. I'll just leave it at that, both of us. And so she pulled cards on it, and she basically got like, holy shit's about to go down. Like, seriously, shit's about to go down. And said people won't like it. It's going to be difficult. And I said, is it difficult for the Woo community, or is it difficult for the normies who haven't done shit? They haven't prepared. They still think that your money's safe in the bank, blah, blah, blah. Who's it difficult for? And so she did another card pull on that, and it was both communities. So I was like, okay, we're all in for something here, as Richard was saying, that's going to be hard to swallow. So that's our part of it. So guys, make of that what you will. Let me just drop the YouTube channel now. We're going to get into some sensitive topics here. So if you're on YouTube still, please come and join us here on Rumble. Just going to